Johnson and Johnson. So firstly, like I would like to start, ask you a question, right? Like just the teachers. What do you think is the net worth value of Johnson and Johnson right now?
Give me a figure.
Yes, sir.
You
are the closest one.
Well, then I'll give you figures. That's why.
Yeah. The exact net worth right now, like as of like this year, is like $65 billion. So let's start with the company, Johnson and Johnson. Johnson and Johnson is a very well-known multinational company. It's known for its varieties of medical products that it offers. For normal people, what we know is like Johnson and Johnson makes Johnson Johnson soaps, shampoos, and all the band-aids and all. But very less people might know that Johnson and Johnson also makes like operation machines, like such as like MRIs. All these things are also made by the company Johnson and Johnson. So you can see how big the company is. So talking about the sustainability, Johnson and Johnson is a very CSR oriented companies. They are here to sustain. They haven't mentioned any particular figures like we will spend this much of amount in CSR or sustainability. But every year they publish this book called Healthy Funds, and that book states all the CSR activities and sustainability activities that they provide. For example, some I would like to mention. Some are the social activities, health and safety activities, financial activities, governments and environment. And the recent one would be the Ebola one. You guys might not know, but the Ebola treatment thing that went in in America. So Johnson and Johnson helped a lot in the treatment. It's an American-based company whose headquarters is in New Jersey. So I had some research questions in my presentations on like how Johnson and Johnson were able to sustain and all. So I addressed those questions. Similarly, the methodology, like talking about the methodology, I didn't meet any person, like I couldn't meet anyone representative of Johnson and Johnson in Nepal because like there isn't any, unfortunately. Like not a big scope in Nepal. However, Prakash Verma, you guys know for Prakash Verma, right? So they deal with Johnson and Johnson. So they thought like they had some ideas about the supply chain, product life cycles and all. And lastly about the conclusions and recommendations. Like Johnson and Johnson, firstly I would like to share a quote made by the William C. Weldon. He is the current chairperson of Johnson and Johnson. Today the world is facing a number of complex social environmental challenges. From millions of people around the world who lack access to adequate health care and medicines, to rising global demand for natural resources in the facing of burgeoning population, whether it's the private, public or non-profit sector, we must all play a role, preferably in collaboration, to ensure a sustainable and healthy future for generations to come. Notice the word collaboration is used. Right? So my recommendations for the most on the sustainability part would be like company, it's already like Johnson and Johnson is like a very sustainable company, as I've already told you. I don't think so they need to change anything much here. But whatever opportunities they get in the future, like the CEO himself mentioned in collaborations, they should opt for it. Thank you so much. Yes, sir. Johnson and Johnson. And it's written here. And it was also taken from the annual responsibility report of Johnson and Johnson.
Annual responsibility report?
Annual responsibility report.
They publish that every year.
Yes. The word that I mentioned.
So since when they started actually?
They started this activities from 1987. That's the exact date they started.
They should be probably one of the pioneers.
Yes, sir, they should. But however, the company was formed in 1886. So looking into that, don't you think that was quite late?
What's the company's net profit? Annual net profit?
So they didn't mention that in the report, I think. So I didn't look into
find
it.
out.
So I can find out, sir.
And that relates to how much they relatively spend.
Yes, sir. I tried looking on that, but they like, as in like, they don't want to specify this much percent money we spend, this much percentage on net income. They want to relate themselves as like, we don't spend this much, like we are here for CSR. Like it's a health brand, like as in like variety of
Profit
it.
brand.
Profit. It's a profit brand, but it's here for like the health and health activities. Referring to all those like here, the art like companies that were already here, I would take Johnson and Johnson as a like the priority role model.
It is because they have to spend, say, more percentage of the
Well,
profit in
if
CSR.
we compare it to the BMW one that was here, BMW certainly is a bigger company. Like it might be net worth more than this. However, BMW, like those automobile companies, if they wanted to sustain or CSR, all they like mostly they do is like produce hybrid vehicles, electric vehicles, or like they could do gardening, like all those extracurricular activities, but that's not their main focus. This company, however, can continue their business in like in a way of helping each other. Like for Nepal, like in an earthquake case, like they could start like I don't know that's feasible or not, but like if they could start a factory right in Nepal where like we could produce like at least like band-aids and all, that could be much more helpful. Like, did you get my point right?
You are saying their core business itself, the nature
Yes,
itself is like.
exactly. Thank you so much.